welcome back to a new vlog series. Today is Friday. It is the 15th, I think. And I just finished row 250 on George. So pretty excited about that. Sorry, you hear my Halloween candy in the background. So yeah, he's looking good. I have to say, Pattern Keeper makes it so much easier. And I'm covered in floss. Just not having all the page lines. I put them in there anyway, just so I could kind of see where I was at, and being able to mark off what I finished easily has really helped. The only thing that I really needed to do is to do an accurate day count, but other than that, I'm really loving it so far. By the way, hi. This is a channel about cross-stitching and the very occasional diamond painting and various crafts and things that I finish. So, if you're new here, a special hello to you. I hope you like what you see, and thank you for subscribing to everybody who has. My plans for this weekend, I have my get together tomorrow, which I think I'm going to go to this time. That's at my local needle workshop. I have one more row to do on George for my ultimate extra credit for magical stitches. Got one more task to do after that, and then I can do all of the monthly homework. So I'm not taking George tomorrow if I go. I will be taking one of my smaller projects to do one of the extra credits because my homework is done for the weekend. I'm just not sure which one yet, so it'll be a surprise because I have to look over all of the monthly ones. I'm in the middle of season 2 of So Weird on Disney+, but I spent most of the morning watching some Disney Christmas movies. Well, Disney / ABC / whatever they own now. Hard to keep track. I don't think any of them were Fox. But yeah, so that's my goal for this weekend. We may put up some of the indoor decorations. It's supposed to get really windy again, unfortunately, this weekend. So we can't put up probably the outdoor decorations, but we still have time, so. My cat's over there acting crazy because she's insane. I think she's currently trying to catch her tail. But anyway, so those are my plans for this weekend. I will maybe come to you guys tomorrow night. If not, I will see you on Sunday, and I hope you all are having a great week. Hey guys, welcome back. Today is Tuesday, the 19th. It is about 6 o'clock in the evening. I have some awesome news. I finally finished all of my extreme extra credit, or ultimate extra credit, for magical stitches. Blanked out. I actually finished it on Sunday, but I had kind of I wasn't going to say a busy weekend. I didn't really have time to film. And then we went to Disneyland all day yesterday, so I didn't get home until about midnight. So, let me show you George. So here he is. Row 255 is done. We're getting closer. I will work on him for the homework this week, which will get 500 stitches, which will be another 2 rows. And then I'm going to continue working on my monthly extra credit, or I guess I should say book 7, which for this one is my gorgeous Aurora. Working on the purple bit, well, the dark purple bit on the left-hand side, which is right here. This will get another 500 stitches, which will finish out this color, and then I think I can use her for one more task, which will be the last color, which has quite a bit of stitching to it, because it is getting into the tiny quarter stitches again, and the skirt spreads out. It's starting to get wider again, so it's going to spread out quite a bit going into the bottom. Guys, Mo, come here. He has a friend outside, apparently. There's a lizard that's been bugging him for several weeks now. And I have the sliding glass door open so he can hear stuff going on outside now. But anyway, Pinky the Pink on Etsy also finished the next set of princesses, and there was 3 of them. I got 2. So I bought Alice, and I'm going to do the blue version. It was originally designed with the gray, but I mean, Alice has to have a blue dress, I think, so. You do get the pattern for both versions. A lot of backstitching, but I have become one with the backstitch. And then I also got Moana. So her dress is fun. She does include, because I'm not doing the ovals, she does include a conversion for the colors for the things hanging down. So it doesn't show up so yellow when you go to stitch it if you're not doing the oval. So as for when I will start them, yeah, probably not for a while. The other one that she released was Anastasia. Anastasia has never been one of my favorite movies, so I didn't get a whole lot of the... Actually, I don't think I got any of the princesses whose movies I'm not a huge fan of. Like, didn't get Pocahontas, I didn't get Kida, which are a lot of people that like Kida, actually, but I'm bringing up Anastasia now so I can show you guys. Should have had it ready, but I wasn't thinking I would show her. So I got pattern number 12 for Alice because I bought her first. And I think I got like 27 or 28 for Moana. Because if you get the first 50, I think it's 50, she hand numbers them for you. So there is Anastasia. Gorgeous dress, but man, that would take a long time to stitch because it's so full. And now she technically is a Disney princess because she was owned by Fox, and now Disney owned Fox. And so, as a technicality, she would be fun to stitch though, like her tiara and her sleeves and stuff. A lot of backstitch again though, but. So they're $20 a piece if you go to Etsy and search Pinky the Pink, which is all one word. Or you can get the 3 princesses as a set for $55. So you basically save $5 if you're planning on getting all 3. Which I haven't done that yet because there hasn't been a set where I've actually liked all 3 bought all 3 princesses. Which kind of sucks, but it's fine. So, I think that's all I have for you guys. I am going to probably get some more books tomorrow. I'm in Ventura for most of the day tomorrow, and they have the Barnes & Noble. So I'm going to go meet with one of my families there and do some shopping. Actually, I wonder if one of my other families can meet me there. I forgot to look. Oh well. And probably work on George, get the homework done for this week, and then continue working on Aurora. And we'll see how far we get. So, that is all I have for you for today, and I will see you all tomorrow. Hey guys, welcome back. Today is Thursday, right? Yeah, the 21st. It's almost 6 o'clock p.m. because we know I'm not up at a.m. Went and got my flu shot yesterday and got really dizzy from it. So I went to bed early last night. I read the rest of my book on the couch and then just wasn't feeling good. So went to bed. Didn't do any stitching yesterday. My arm is still killing me today, but I did manage to finish the first color of purple on Aurora. So I was able to finish one of the extra credit assignments for the month. She still has quite a bit of this dark purple, which comes around and comes out quite a ways with a lot of the quarter stitches. So I think I can get her in on 1 or 2 more tasks. I know there's not one of the tasks I cannot do for the extra credit, and that is because it is stitch on something that you started just for Magical Stitches, and I don't have any. I didn't start any for... I mean, I started some during Magical Stitches, but none that I had started for Magical Stitches, so... I have 8 more tasks. Because I don't think I'm going to get the movie watching in. But hopefully I can get the other 8 done. So I'm going to try to stitch on George tonight and get at least a row in. He hasn't gotten anything else since you saw him last, so I'm not going to show him to you. But he needs 2 rows for the homework, and I haven't started yet just because I kind of lost my bug. I mean, I have been doing the extra credit reading, so I've gotten 2 books done, but this month in general is just tough. Well, these 2 months, I should say. Like, it's already Thanksgiving in the US next week. Like, when did that happen? But I should have more time at the beginning of, or in the middle of December, because we're on winter break, and I did half of my meetings this week. The other half will be next week, or week after next, and then it should free up my time a little bit more. So hopefully I can get the rest of the stitching in for the year. But like I said, tonight I'm going to work on George, get hopefully 2 rows in, but more than likely, since it's already 6, I'm only going to get 1 in. And then I will see you all probably tomorrow. Bye. Hey guys, welcome back. It is Saturday, the 23rd. It is like 11 o'clock at night, and I just got finished redoing some projects and stitching more on George. So, my first big news of the day is that one of my makeup things I was really wanting to get finally came in today. Put it on today, so I'm rocking the blue and the it's like a silvery color. Quite liking it. So this is the Shane Dawson and Jeffree Star Mini Controversy. That cool rainbow. And it's got really washed out I used these two colors as well as this one, and this one up here, Flat Earth, is it's still really hard to see. It's like a very pale blue. But I'm excited to try the purple and this red color tomorrow. And probably this pink one down here too. But so far this shade is my favorite. And I got the lip gloss, or the liquid lipstick. I like it. I got this in Ryland, and I don't really know if it's my color, but it is a little bit sheer as long as you only do one swipe, so I think I'm going to try it on top of another color. Because it does have a really cool, a lot of it wore off because I put this on earlier, but it's got like a cool metallic effect to it. But I think I'm just too pale to pull it off. It looked really good on a lot of people. I'm going to try the light again. So, the projects that I had tried to redo are the two Christmas pieces that I had framed. So this one didn't turn out as well as I hoped. I should have measured it. I forgot. It's supposed to be the same dimensions as the other one. It's supposed to be a 12 by 16, but for some reason it's a lot smaller, and I had forgotten about that when I cut the mat. So the mat's a little bit too big on the sides. I may try to take it out and really stretch it and wash it again. But probably, at least for this Christmas, it's going to stay the way it is. So you can kind of see there on the sides that it didn't work out very well. But it does look a lot better than when I started. Ghosts are moving things around in my house. But still one of my favorite pieces. This is the Dimensions Kit Aurora Cabin. That's like the second thing I ever stitched. Actually, it might be the third. I think I did the Halloween banner second. The first thing I ever did was the Dimensions Kit, I believe it's Candy Cane Santa. Now this one got framed a lot better. So this one I cut the mat myself again, but this time it actually worked out. And looks really good. This one I had actually cut it a tiny bit too small because you can't see my initials on the bottom, but I'd prefer this. I finished this one in 2013. And I need to start dating my pieces again because I haven't, but I need to. I don't know if you can see that, my light started flickering. But yeah. Brand new to cross stitch, learned how to cross stitch from the instructions in the Dimensions kit. And I'm in love with them. And I got George on the floor. So I put in 500 stitches for the extra credit of something with a light source, because you can see the sun in the big pattern or in the full piece. And then another, so far 250, I did one more row on it for the extra credit of, what was this one? Oh, it was something to do with the great outdoors, because obviously this is outside. So I have one more row to do, which will get me to the 500. But as it is right now, we are at 260 rows done. We are getting closer and closer to the halfway point. which will be 276 rows. The halfway stitch point, I think, is a few rows beyond that. Now that we are getting, it's starting to lighten up again as far as density, so it might take a little bit longer to get to the halfway stitch point, but we're getting there. So my goal is to have, I would like to get this set of pages done by the end of the year. We're about a third of the way through this set, so we'll see. But anyway, that's all I have for you guys. I'm gonna go to bed, hopefully stitch another row tomorrow, and we're gonna finish putting up our Christmas decorations hopefully tomorrow. Well, some of them. My husband did all the work today while I was redoing those, so. Anyway, I will see you guys tomorrow. Hey everybody, welcome back. I kind of have a lot to go over today. First of all, yeah, my palette finally came today. Ah, it's so pretty. It's big, but it's so gorgeous. So I went ahead and went with 4 colors today. I did basically starting at the yellow going, no wait, I did 5 colors. So I used this yellow, which is probably the easiest to see. I did the cheese dust, which is the next. Then I did flaming hot, which is that color right there. And I did not a fact, which is the very corner. And then I did Tanacon and Diet Root Beer as a bit of a transition. And then a little bit of ranch right there on the inside. How many is that? 7? I thought about doing the black for my, like, smoke it out a little bit on the outside corners, but was kind of inspired by my shirt for those colors. Not that I planned it, but I thought it worked out really well. But yeah, it's very cool looking. I'm very happy with it. And this took like no product at all. So anyway, finally got all of my conspiracy and mini controversy, Jeffree Star, and Shane Dawson goodness, I guess you could say. When I got the conspiracy, which I was really hoping for because we leave tomorrow at 2 for Dallas, and I wanted to show my sister-in-law because she got the mini controversy but didn't get the big one, and she wanted to play around with it. So I was waiting for it to come, and I was kind of keeping an eye on it because I don't have time to get it tomorrow. And the mailman comes and then leaves. I go out, 2 letters, that's it. No palette. And I'm like, God damn it. So, kind of keeping an eye on it. Apparently the Amazon guy came too, dropped off something, and I never noticed, even though we have like the video doorbell, which is supposed to send you notifications, and we have the outside camera that like points to the walkway. Nothing. So, that was weird. I was kind of surprised it took that long, but I guess it didn't take that long. But yeah, so then the mailman comes back and dropped it off, so. It's hard to see, it's in a bright pink package, but they had the wrong name on the box. Right address, wrong name. So I'm hoping whoever has my name on it got the right thing. But anyway, really excited about that. When Amazon dropped stuff off, they dropped off the seasickness wristbands that I use for flying. They're like acupressure. So it's like it puts pressure right here on the inside of your wrist, on both wrists. And those have actually helped me a lot with motion sickness, so. I went yesterday shopping Oh, the other thing I got from Amazon was I forgot that you're supposed to be taking prenatal vitamins when you're trying to get pregnant. And I kind of remembered that last minute, so I'm glad those were on 1-day delivery. Took them today. I was kind of worried because when I got them in today, I saw that it was raspberry lemonade flavor, and I hate lemonade because I hate how tart it is, but these are actually pretty good, so. As far as all that is concerned, I think I ovulated on the 20th. So since it's the 25th, we are 5 days past. So I'm kind of just in that waiting period, which is a little torturous, but so far signs are looking good. We have, like, if you take I forget what you call it, the ovulation tests, like, if you keep taking them, apparently your levels build up again, which mine have been, when you are pregnant, I think, if I'm understanding it correctly. Because I had stopped doing the ovulation tests, and then when I read that, because of course I haven't been stitching as much as I've been going kind of crazy on all of the trying to conceive boards and all those, just looking at different, like, how long does this take? How long does this take? Because ovulation tests don't really work on the medication I'm taking, but they still are kind of helpful. Like, sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. Like, some women, it detects it, some women it doesn't. So I thought I already had some laying around, so I figured I might as well use them. What, Mocha? So yeah, I think I did on the 20th. Not totally sure. I'm glad I had used them, though, because my doctor said, like, just try to have a baby between the 12th and the 16th, which wouldn't have been anywhere close. So far, I don't think I ovulated when my doctor said, because no pregnancy, like, we started on the day she said, we just kept going. Maybe TMI, sorry if it is, but yeah, so I'm glad I had the tests to kind of help it, but no positive pregnancy tests so far, but it's still early, so I'm not worried about it. I just have a lot of them, so might as well use them. It's really interesting to see, like, to track and see where, like, levels are. I have an app that I use that you can, like, take a picture and it will automatically try to calculate, like, how intense the lines are for the ovulation tests. And so it's really interesting seeing, like, the levels kind of build up, and that way I don't have to have, even though I do, because I'm messy, I don't need to have all the ovulation tests sitting on the back of my toilet, but they are currently, but I'm going to throw them all out tonight because I have the app and I can track. So I'm going to be doing that while I'm on my trip, doing all of the testing and stuff, and my husband is aware of it. We have our own hotel room, luckily, so we're not actually staying with family and have to worry about all that. Like, we're not telling anybody from our family that we are in the process, because the rate of miscarriage is so high for people with my disease. It's like 3 times higher. I'd even asked my husband, like, if I do get a positive test, do you want me to tell you? Because I think I'll handle it a lot better than if something goes wrong. And that's kind of how I'm taking it. Like, if I am pregnant, I'm kind of expecting it to go wrong, just to set myself up, just in case. But I'd asked him, like, do you want me to tell you or kind of keep it to myself? I'm really fine doing either. But he said he wanted to know, so I'm sure if I do get one and he said no, I would have been like, damn it, I really want to tell him. So I'm glad he said yes. And then I bought some Tylenol because I use Advil for everything, and I've been getting really bad headaches lately, so I'm glad I have the Tylenol, because you can take that when you're pregnant, but you can't take Advil. I have a massage. I have to leave for like 4:45, so I got 45 minutes for this clip. It won't take that long, don't panic. We're already at 8 minutes, but I think I'm done with all of the big stuff. Since I did get those 2 palettes in though, I decided to go and refresh my makeup supply. So I got some new makeup brushes, which I don't have the brushes because they're in the other room because they're used, but went to Five Below and got, because I just put one in not too long ago. It's like a 5-piece glitter set. They work pretty well. And then I got the little blending brush for your face. Got a new makeup sponge. Or a beauty blender because I don't know what happened to mine. I had one. It disappeared. And then I got some new e.l.f. primer, which I got the green one because it's supposed to really take care of redness. I don't have any face makeup on today because I just got the palette, and so I just wanted to do my eyes. And if I have a massage coming up, eyes are fine. Whole face full of powder. Not gonna look so good. So I got the green one because it's supposed to combat redness. The problem is that I got the wrong green one. I got the blemish control, which, I mean, let's face it, that's fine because my disease actually causes a lot of zits and stuff too, so. But I was hoping to get the, like, redness reducing one. But I got that, and then I got, it looked fine on my hand when I swatched it, because they do have a swatching one, but I got some new foundation, and it's really light. So what I'm doing is I'm mixing it with my old foundation, which is MAC. I just went to the drugstore for this. I spent a lot on the palettes, let's be honest. So I'm kind of mixing the two, because this is a little bit dark right now, but this one, even though it swatched fine on my hand and I like held it up to my face and stuff, there wasn't a whole lot of mirrors in CVS, so yeah, way too light. And they were out of the one that was like a shade a little bit darker, so. Is that all I got? I think that's all I got. So yeah, spent some money, but it was needed. Like, I don't wear foundation very often, and that's why I think I've had this since my wedding. We got married 8 years ago. So yeah, it's definitely expired, but I mean, it's still, like, it hasn't separated or anything. And it doesn't even have like a, so in case you don't know, and you wear makeup, if you look at the little, if you've ever seen this, it's probably not going to focus. It's like a little makeup container thing. Yeah, it's not going to focus. I can't focus because I'm on the front facing camera. But it has like a 6M in there. That means this is good for 6 months from opening. So all beauty products have that on it. This one, it's not on the bottle itself. Or if it is, it's worn off. I think it had to be on the box because everything has to have it, but so I know it's expired, but it hasn't separated or caused me any issues, so I just keep using it. Probably gross, whatever. It's my own face. Anyway, so that is all I have to talk about for everything not Stitchy related. So good news with the Stitchy related is the homework for this week is really good for traveling, and I think they did that on purpose. But, okay, well first off, I finished the homework and got to a really good stopping point. So I finished this last night, or not the homework, the extra credit for George. Sorry, this video is kind of a mess today, but I'm kind of, have a lot to talk about. Even if you guys don't care, sorry. It'll get better. So I put in one more row on here, which got me to row 161. And I was actually able to finish, or end the thread at, like back at the beginning. So it's a really good stopping point for George at the moment. If I was not traveling, I would work on him for this homework as well. But since I am, he's obviously not going to go on a plane very well. And so the homework this week is that you are supposed to choose either 1 or 3 projects to work on. You put in, if you choose 1 project, you put in 300 stitches. If you choose the 3 projects, you put 100 stitches in each. post a picture, and then for every 100 stitches on one project, so if you did 3 projects, you have to choose one, and from that point out, every 100 stitches that you put in, you get another point for your house. So, a few of you, I'm sure you know who you are going to be very excited about this. The easiest project I have to travel with, and the one that I was really excited to be able to stitch on, is Aurora. And if you notice, I did some more on her dress today. I got the 300 stitches in. And then now it's just, basically, you don't have to take a picture every 100 stitches. You just take a picture now and then one when you're done. And tell them how many stitches you did. So I did put in the 300, like I said, and got all of this filled in. And I'm really starting to come out here now. Tons and tons and more tons of quarter stitches, which for me is 2/1 on 36 count. Hasn't really created an issue for me because I think because of this is such a loose weave. If it was any denser than this, I think I'd really have issues, but this is an Edinburgh linen from 1-2-3 Stitch, and so it's nice and loose, and I haven't had any issues. So I only have to take, the reason this one works so well is this color is solid. The other 3 sections that are left, so right here, and right here, are 2 more colors. One of those is a blend. So this one right here is a blend. The last color is a solid, which is not so great, but as far as like stitching on a plane and stuff, it's going to be really easy to do. So our flight is about 3 hours each way. I should be able to get enough light from the overhead light that I'm able to do this. I will take other projects just in case. Well, I will take other project just in case. Sorry, they're steamrolling our street apparently. We get a lot of big trucks and stuff that go by because the YMCA that's over there, they have like a giant parking lot, and they like rented out half of it to a construction company, I think, so they like keep all of their big tractors and stuff there. And steamrollers, apparently. But they go down our street a lot. Although we do have speed bumps. I'd be interested to see a steamroller on a speed bump. Anyway, sidetrack. I don't know why I'm still showing you this, because it's pretty, I guess. So my goal is going to be to try to get as much stitching done as possible. I will try to take, I mean, more than likely I'm not going to finish these. This still has quite a ways to go on it. It's still got another 20 rows, I think. This ends right about here. So this actually doesn't go down too far. There's no quarter, well, there's not a ton of like quarter stitches in the skirt itself on these other 3 pieces. So once I'm done with this big section, it should go pretty fast, especially here where it's literally just filling in. But like I said, this still has quite a bit to go on it. So I will take, I think there's only like 3 or 4 colors of backstitch left. So I will take those just to have on hand. I don't think I'm going to get a ton of stitching time in, because we are planning on going to museums and stuff. It's going to be up to us to cook, like all of the side dishes we found out last minute. But I'm also going to take this project, which is nice because it's, from what I had taken before, it's like its own project in its own bag, which is not the case for most of my projects. But I'm going to take my stocking with me in case I'm not able to stitch on that because it is such a small count. I can use this for a couple of the extra credit assignments, which is something for Dobby. Like, you have to do a remembrance piece for one of the 6 people. And I'm going to do this for Dobby because it's a stocking, and stockings are essentially socks. And then something that represents the 3 main characters, or not the 3 main characters, one of the main characters from the series. He reminds me of Dumbledore. Giving man who has a long white beard. Sounds good to me. This one's kind of hard to... So this is a dimensions kit. Since I didn't mention that, I'm using everything that's in it. The only problem I have with it is because it's a dimensions kit, there's a lot of half crosses. And so you have to do double the amount of half crosses. And so it's hard trying to find an area that's like full crosses, like mostly full crosses, with enough color to actually like get 500 in without having to do a ton of color changes. So anyway, are you guys bored of me yet? It's been 20 minutes. I don't know, I thought what I had to say was kind of exciting, but if you don't, sorry about that. I did get a lot of new subscribers, so if you're new, will you do me a favor and tell me where you heard about my channel from, because I'd really like to go and thank that person if they did a shout out. Did my nails this morning so they don't look like crap anymore. Yeah, that was a lot of my day. It was just waiting for the mail, getting that bit of stitching in, doing my nails. I had to do all my laundry so that I can pack tonight. Like I said, I got my massage in about 20 minutes. I have to leave in about 20 minutes. And then tomorrow we have to clean up the house a little bit. My mother-in-law is going to come and take care of the cats for us. And then, yeah, so it'll be basically doing a little bit of cleaning. I'm going to try to pack tonight as much as I can. Don't know how much I'll be able to. I mean, all my clothes and stuff will be fine, but I'm going to have to try to remember what I still like. I'm not good at like pre-packing. I'm usually like packing the day of, so I don't forget anything. Because I tend to notice when I pack the night before, then I'll forget like my toothbrush or, you know, essentials that I use that morning. So I'm going to really try to make a list. I've gotten a little bit better, like making lists and things. I've gotten a little bit better with it, so I'm hoping that's going to be the case. But anyway, I had like 2 loads of laundry to do, so that's all done and ready to be packed. And you don't really notice how long stitching takes until you do something like laundry, because you're like, oh, I put in 100 stitches. How the hell is the laundry already done? Sorry for cursing, but it means my channel's not kid-friendly. If you're a kid and you watch this, watch with your parents. Or on your parents' account. But yeah, so that is definitely enough rambling. I'm gonna go have my massage and enjoy it, because my back's been killing me lately. Probably from sitting and stitching. But I do have a little bit of work that I'm going to try to do tomorrow morning, so I don't have to worry about it. We're supposed to be off this week, but one of my families was late getting their work samples in. Not late, but they sent in the wrong samples, and so I'm like, been trying to get the ones back, and my boss has been working this week, even though she shouldn't be. And so she called me today to tell me what I needed to fix on my samples, so I have to do that, which I have to do here because I have to have my printer. And so I'm going to try to finish that up tonight and tomorrow, but we have to go get kitty food and all of that stuff. My cat's glaring at me. So still have a lot to do tonight. We'll see if I get it all done. I don't think any stitching's going to happen tonight, but we'll see once I get my packing done and the rest of my shopping done. We also have to go send in my phone to... Another quick story. It'll be fast, I promise. So my husband, we ordered a new phone for me. We ordered the iPhone 11. And we're supposed to send mine back. It came in, and my husband decided he wanted that one, so he took that phone. I have to transfer all of my information to his old phone so that we can send in my phone, and then we're going to get me my new phone apparently on Black Friday, even though there's no good deals for our carrier, so makes a lot of sense, right? So anyway, the video quality should be getting better, hopefully, in the next vlog. I might hold off this one until we get to that point, just to make sure, like, that there's that good switch, that nice transition. So, I don't know if I'm going to come to you tomorrow. Probably not, but maybe from the hotel room. Otherwise, I will try to vlog sometime during Thanksgiving or during our trip, but if I don't, I hope everybody has a great Thanksgiving if you are in the US. If you are not, I hope you have a great week. I'm excited to be working on Aurora. She should get a lot of progress, I'm hoping. But like I said, stitching while on vacation for me is kind of hard, just because I always feel like I need to be ready to do something, like go out to dinner, or so I usually, like, in those interim periods, I usually end up like on my phone instead of actually stitching, because I'm always like, I don't want to pick it up and then have to put it down after like 20 minutes because I won't get anything accomplished. So I'll try to avoid that trap and just stitch anyway, because I am really excited to be working on her, but I'm not making any promises. So anyway, I will see you when I see you. Hopefully it's sooner rather than later. If I do vlog, I might be doing my makeup or something in the meantime, like while I'm talking to you guys. Which might be fun, actually, because I'll be able to play with the palette and stuff. But we are staying, well, not staying, we are visiting my cousin-in-law's house, and that's where we're actually having Thanksgiving and stuff, and that's why we're able to cook. But us and my father-in-law and sister-in-law are all staying in the same hotel. So we have our own private room, and then his dad and sister are staying together, but it's all in the same hotel. So I don't know how much time we'll actually have to ourselves, but we shall see. His family knows I stitch and stuff, so they don't really care. It's just a lot going on at the same time, so I usually don't pull it out. But we shall see. I am done, I promise. I will see you all the next time I see you. Hey guys, welcome back. Today is Tuesday, the 3rd of December. It is about 2:30 in the afternoon. I am rocking the pink eyeshadow today. Been having a lot of fun with that palette. And yeah, so we had Thanksgiving in the US. I hope you guys all have coffee because it's going to be kind of a long clip. So I didn't film at all during Thanksgiving. We basically, like, we didn't spend much time in the hotel room. And the night that we would have, like, spent, I guess we wouldn't have spent too much time in there, but I couldn't stitch. So I'm going to show you what I finished, and everything that I have accomplished was done the Sunday we came back. So we came back on Saturday, and it was all done Sunday and yesterday. So it's only one project, but she's pretty, so that's okay. So I finally got the bottom of her skirt done in the dark purple. So all basically, I think from about here on down was all I used it for 2 homework assignments. One of them was basically stitch on a project you want, and you need 300 stitches, and then basically do as many as you want for an extra point per 100. And so I put in 1,000 stitches for that. And then the new homework that started this week is, I used this for something that starts with R because she has on robes and she has roses in her hair. So I don't know if you can see it, but yeah. Those are all quarter stitches pretty much. Those are all quarters. Luckily, the quarters are pretty much done. The only quarter stitches I'm going to have at this point is like the ones that are here on the sides. The rest of it is solid. Now, I was looking at it and I really don't have that much to do because this part ends right about here. It goes out a little bit, so I think it's like ends right there. And it's really skinny. This one just basically keeps going. It flares out here, but then it's a fold, so it goes back in and it ends like right around here. So basically, if you think of it like that, that's not that much either. The biggest chunk is this bit, which comes down and then goes out. So this bit has quite a larger portion. Luckily, the blends is like this one where it's not that bad. The blend is only like from there to there, I think. So she's getting there. I really want to finish her before the end of the year. We'll see. You will see some more progress from George this week. He gets the... We have to do a stitch on something that's a prison, and that's going to be 600 stitches, so that is... Aurora, I only needed 100, but I just kept going because I really wanted to finish that section, so some of her actually didn't count at all. George is 600 stitches for something that would be a prison, and I'm counting like if you're in the boat, that counts as a prison. And I can also use him for one of the brothers, because you have to, the three, I don't know how you say their last name, Peveril? But basically the three brothers in the story, you have to stitch on something that represents one of them. So, one of them is humble, the other one is he's like, I don't say courageous, but he is like a bully kind of. And the other one is like super sly. So I can use George really for either the first guy or the third guy. Or first or second, the way I told you. Anyway, so either way it's going to work for one of those. The last thing I need is something that is... No, I have one more that I need. Oh, my second favorite whip, which at the moment, I'm not actually sure. I really could say it's either George or Aurora, but we'll kind of have to see because how could I not buy it? The Heaven and Earth Designs Once Upon a Fairy Tale chart is freaking gorgeous. It's freaking huge. Just like Museum Hunt. A lot of people are starting this. Oh, you can't even see that. There we go. So yeah, when I said huge. Yeah, 750 by 536. A lot of people are starting this as their New Year, New Start project. Yeah, I just cut my piece of fabric for this. I'm going to do it on this purple 28 count cashel linen. Yeah, are we appreciating how, yeah, giant, hello. So this is some of the fabric that I had left over, or that I had bought like when the LNS near me was closing. And so I thought 28 count is not only my favorite, but I love cashel. And purple is really not going to match a whole lot of stuff that I stitch. So, perfect. Pretty much all the other fabric I have one thing of 25 count gray that I think I have like 2 yards of. I got 2 yards of this purple. I have a 32 count green, like a light green that I'm doing museum shelf on. And then like 2 separate things of 32 count white. But I'm trying to save those for fabric, or for pieces that I need to dye. So this is perfect. And I'm starting it probably today. because I'm using it for the homework, you have to use something that is in the Lovegoods house, which is something, a crumplehorn snorkack, which is a creature with a horn. It kind of looks like a rhino, but a plimpy, which is like a frog type creature. It's an amphibian. Totally blanking on the name of it. It's like an orange radish. Or a billywig, which is an insect. So the only one I have that could work would be Boo Butterfly, and I just don't want to stitch on it. So the good news is that the first color I get to stitch with, because I'm starting in the upper left-hand corner, 995, baby. The electric blue awesomeness, even though it doesn't look like it. Yeah. So I'm not sure how I'm going to do this. I'm debating going by page, but since I'm going to use Pattern Keeper, I think I'm just going to go by like color section. So like, you know, these books will be the same color as this book. So if the page ends like halfway through this book, I haven't actually looked at it yet, so I'm not sure where it ends, but I'm just going to stitch the whole book. And so Pattern Keeper actually makes that really easy. So I'm going to basically just do the sky, and the sky goes like probably over, I would say, 3 pages maybe, 3 or 4. I don't even think maybe even that, because I think it's 10 pages across. So that would, no. Yeah, I'd say like 3 pages. But then I'll give it a break, and then like I'm not gonna carry and come down here. So I'm trying to get a little bit better with my carrying. But yeah, excited to start that. I need to figure out how I want to frame it up, if I want to use a Q-snap or not. Because right now my Q-snap is missing. I don't even know where it's at. But I'll have to see. I might put it on the lap stand. So, oh, if I have my Q-snap, then I can do that. Oh, my Q-snap's over there, because you can totally see that. So anyway, if that's all, if you just wanted to see my stitching, that's why I did that first. You guys are free to go. Just come back when I change outfits. Otherwise, my Thanksgiving went pretty well. So I couldn't stitch on the plane there. So we went to Dallas to see my cousin-in-laws, and they have 2 babies. The one baby, the newborn, 4 months old, is really cute. We had gotten flu shots because she had asked us to, and the baby ended up being sick anyway, so. But I think she just had bronchitis, so it wasn't actually the flu. But I think I caught whatever she has, because starting today, my nose has started to feel stuffy, and my throat started to feel a little bit sore. So after this, I need to go work some more, and then I'm going to grab some tea. But anyway, oh, crafty-wise, I've also started making some more candles. I need to fix the bottoms of these, because it's too cold, they didn't set properly. But because I have a tea party coming up on Saturday that the person who's running it used to be one of the teachers at my school, and it's all of us teachers. And so she stipulated that we all have to have a handmade something, and then we're going to make our own baskets. So I'm going to try to use like a wax paper to like transfer images on to make them more Christmas candles, because these are they're Christmas-y, but let's face it, they're kind of ugly right now. So at least if I put something fun on them, that should help. I'm really intrigued. I found something where you can print onto wax paper and then transfer it over. So I'm really curious if that works or not. But anyway, Thanksgiving, we went to Dallas. The plane there was super, super bumpy. As in, like, So I was trying to stitch on Aurora, and when your whole plane is going like this, you can't stitch. Luckily, I brought a book, but I couldn't focus on the book for that long because I actually didn't get super sick, but it's also the book is bouncing. That didn't help. So I was able to read, I think I got like 3 or 4 stories done. I bought an Agatha Christie like collection of short stories. So I was able to get a couple of stories read, but it was bumpy enough that we couldn't even get our drinks because the flight attendants had to sit. So, but that was like a 3-hour flight. Then when we got there, we take an Uber to our hotel. The hotel lights were out. Like the power was out for the whole block. Apparently a car hit a transformer or something. So it didn't come on probably until about midnight, but by that point I was well asleep. I think they said it was like 11:30, but yeah, so no stitching that night. And that was on Tuesday. I think we ended up getting in at like 7:30, so we got to the hotel, met his dad, and we went out to dinner. Had fried green tomatoes for the first time in a long time, so I was really excited about that. And it was like a southern, like really southern place, so they had really good biscuits. And I'm trying to remember what I actually ate that night. Oh, I had a what's the name of it? Monte Cristo sandwich. So if you don't know, it's basically a ham and Swiss sandwich that then they deep fry, and then you dip it in jam. It was really good. So the next day was Wednesday. So we ended up going to get barbecue for lunch. We went to, in the morning we went to the 6th floor museum, which is where John F. Kennedy, it's set up, the museum is set up like where President Kennedy's assassin was located. So it's like, it used to be a book depository, something like that. Yeah. Basically it used to be like a library or like a book distribution center, and they, and he was an employee there, so he was up on the 6th floor, and which is where he shot his assault rifle, or not assault rifle, his totally on the word, like sniper rifle down. So they like have an X in the middle of the street, like where Kennedy was actually, like where the kill shot hit him, as well as like an X on where they, like where he was shot first. So it's kind of cool because they have the area like actually blocked off, so you can't go in there at all, where he was situated, but they also have the books, or the boxes set up, like the book boxes set up how he had set them up so that people wouldn't see him with the rifle and everything. And like it had all the original floors and stuff in that little section and stuff, so that was pretty cool. And then, you know, just kind of all about his presidency, where like as you went around, it was like an audio tour. And then we went out to the grassy knoll and like saw kind of what was going on there. They take you through the conspiracy theories on it. There's actually a guy out there who sells DVDs on conspiracy theories. So my father-in-law I think he bought 2 DVDs actually, because they were different ones, but we didn't get a chance to watch them because our hotel didn't have a DVD player. So then we went to get the barbecue. It was good, but it wasn't as good as I was thinking. I got the brisket and it was a little dry. But that's kind of how it is. And I wasn't a fan of their sauce. It was very tangy, and it was either very tangy or very sweet. They had 2 different sauces, and I didn't really like either one of them. I like more of a smoky barbecue sauce. So after that, we went to the George Bush Library, because we have the Ronald Reagan Library here in Simi Valley, where I live, and that's like where he's buried and everywhere Reagan is buried. But when my father-in-law came to visit us at the beginning of the year, he had gotten a membership, so we were actually able to do the George Bush Museum for free. So that was pretty cool. It was interesting. They had like a room where you could go in and like as a group, like you each get your own screen and you can kind of like try to see if you would have made different decisions than George Bush made like during his presidency. So like during the Hurricane Katrina, they used to have the Iraq War, but they got rid of that one apparently. I guess my husband was saying that they had something on Comedy Central about it, where they were joking about it, and like so I guess they removed it. But basically some of the big things during his presidency that they got rid of, or that you could like see if you would have made different decisions. So, and then they had like it's not very big. It was like a little Christmas, like Christmas White House decorations type thing. So for the 8 years that he was a president, they got all of the Christmas decorations there, and apparently every year they'll set it up and show the different years of Christmas. So like this year was 97, which is where it was all like national park themed. So like every national park has an ornament that's on their big tree, that are all like hand painted and stuff. So that was pretty cool. Sorry if you can hear my cat. I don't know why she's meowing. Then we went to dinner. We did some grocery shopping for the next day. Met up with his cousin. Not the one who we went to visit, but the one we went to visit is her sister. So, met up with her and did a little grocery shopping. Then we went to dinner that night. And then I think that's the night we went to the pool bar. So we had, I got my first tequila shot, so that was fun. It was horrible, but it was fun. Nah, actually, I'd rather do a tequila shot than, like, anything else. But yeah, it was, like, super cheap. Like, they were doing, like, $4 shots. There was a pool. We're talking, like, billiards. Trying to think of what they call it. Oh, the leagues, like, the actual, like, billiards leagues. So we got a table, but we were basically surrounded by professionals, and all of us sucked. So it was me and my husband, my sister-in-law, and my cousin-in-law. So we basically played that all night, had a few drinks. That was really fun. Then the next day was Thanksgiving, so we had some breakfast, ? What did we do? Oh yeah, we just went and had breakfast. I don't remember the name of the place. And then we headed over to their house, and we all did our makeup really crazy. Well, all the girls did. Then they had started cooking, but I took over kind of babysitting duties. Well, not sort of babysitting duties. I held the little baby while everybody was cooking and stuff, just to kind of get her out of the way. Then we played some games. We did Cards Against Humanity, which we played with the 13-year-old, which was very interesting. She was the only one that was allowed to switch out cards if she didn't know what they meant, so that was fun. We also gave her the option she could play them if she wanted to, which she did with some of them, which was really funny. And we played, I forget the name of the second one. It's like the people who did Happiness and Cyanide, they have a game. I didn't play that one, I watched that one, and then, yeah, we basically watched football and ate Thanksgiving, and then we just went home that night. And then Friday, Friday we had gone to to another barbecue place. So this place, we got there at like 10:30 in the morning, or 10:15, 10:30 in the morning, and the line was already 45 minutes long, and it's one of those places where once they're out, they're out. Like, and they have a huge line every day they're open, because they're only open, I think, 3 days a week. So, we Got there super early, got everything we wanted. They were a lot better than the other place. I like their sauce better, because Texas barbecue is like dry rub. So you kind of eat it with... I always like to try it without the sauce and then try it with the sauce. And the brisket was definitely more moist. I had brisket and sausage. Excuse me. At both places. I like the sausage from the first place better, but I like the brisket from the second place better. I don't know why he's asking. He's acting like he's dying. I'm sorry if you can hear that. He's very annoying. They both are, actually. So yeah, we just did brisket or barbecue that morning, and then we had to drop his dad off at the airport because he had to leave early. Then that night we basically went bar hopping downtown. There were some cute bars down there, and it was funny because there's a popular meme going around Facebook right now, which is, actually I don't even remember what it says, but it's like a yellow sign, with some funny saying on it. I don't remember what it was, but then we realized after that was one of the bars we'd gone to, because they have like the name of the bar up top. So that was cool. They had a video game bar, which we went to. And that was all of us kids. Well, most of us kids. So it was me, my husband, his dad. No, sorry. There's guys that just drove up that says Red Flag Fire Patrol. They're in a truck and they just randomly pulled up and parked outside our house. I think they're looking at we finally got all our Christmas lights up, and I think they're looking at them to see if they're probably looking now I'm thinking about it, they're probably looking to see if we have like a bunch of plugs, so that I may have to leave. But we did ours well, because my husband is a computer engineer, and he's into all of the, he knows how to do power and stuff, so weird. But anyway, sorry about that. So it was me, my husband, my 2 cousin-in-laws, the 2 sisters, and my sister-in-law. So that was fun. And then Saturday is the day we were leaving, but we didn't have to leave until about 2, so we went over to grab breakfast at Einstein's. That was actually my first time at Einstein's. They have a really good, it's new, I think. It's a, breakfast sandwich. It's on the hash brown bagel, which is interesting, with, a cheesy sauce and bacon and egg. I think that's it, but the sauce is really good. So if you go to Einstein's, try it out. And then my sister-in-law dropped us off at the cousin's house, who we kept going over, who had Thanksgiving, because she had to go to the airport a little bit earlier than us, and it was a different airport. So she took the rental car and dropped off, and we hung out at their house for an hour or 2, and then grabbed an Uber to the airport. The flight back wasn't as bumpy. It did have its bumpy parts, but it was also nighttime at that point, so I was able to stitch a little bit. I think I was able to put in... We actually got to the airport early. We had, the worst security line ever. The whole line was fine. But they put us in... so you go up to the front of the line, and then they have, 5 stations set up. So the guy tells you which station to go to. So he tells us to go to station 4, but that station was closing, so we just kind of went to 5. But at that point, we were stuck behind 6 wheelchairs and a family who had never traveled before. They had stuff all up in their pockets. They had liquids everywhere, in all different parts of their stuff. They didn't take out their tablets, which is fine, but they really should have a I know what the hell I'm doing line, where there's no kids and there's no... Because we could have been through that line in 5 minutes. But it ended up taking us, I think, about 20 minutes just to get through that like bit of the line. It was ridiculous. But yeah, so the flight was okay. A little bumpy at first and a little bumpy at the end, but the middle part wasn't so bad. We actually were able to get our drinks and stuff this time. My sister-in-law was really hungover the next morning, or the Saturday morning that we left, so I was glad that I'd stopped drinking earlier in the night, because flying while hungover, I would be sick everywhere. So I'm glad I've started to learn my limits and not do that. But it was still fun though. I had a really good time. And then, so Saturday we came home and ended up getting, like, we went and grabbed Taco Bell on the way home and ended up literally, like, going to sleep because it's a 2-hour time difference. So we, like, got home, we ate, and we went to bed. And then Sunday, we decided to, I was planning on spending the whole day stitching because I really wanted to get Aurora done. But my husband decided, let's put up the Christmas decorations outside. So we got up all of the lights on the house, and I'll show you guys somewhere in this clip. I'll take a little video of it. Got up all the lights on the house, and by that point, it was already, so it was already starting to get kind of dark, and it was really cold that day too. So we ended up going back in and putting together our, like, lawn decorations, but we didn't actually put them out. So last night, it was actually a little bit warmer, and so I, like, literally got to the point on Aurora where it was, like, I'd done all the big rows, and I was down and I had, like, 3 rows left. Like, as in, like, those little rows and then this tiny little bit right here. And my husband's like, hi, I need your help. I'm like, damn it. So close. But I went and helped him because it was still a little bit light out because he got home early. So we went and put out all the lawn decorations. Then he figured out the cords for everything and how to actually light everything up without blowing up the house. He had to take my power strip from in my office, or my craft room. So now he owes me a power strip. But it's fine because I've been stitching in the living room lately anyway. But so by the time we got that done, we had to eat dinner, and I told him he was making dinner because I had to finish that part. That part of Aurora is so big and, like, so many quarter stitches that it was really driving me nuts. So anyway, it has been a half an hour. I hope you guys all had a great Thanksgiving, and thank you for listening to me ramble. I'm not going to end this vlog here because I do want to show you where I get to on the fairy tales. So I'm going to go get this set up on the frame and get to stitching after I do some work, because I guess I have to work. I did have to go to Camarillo this morning and meet with some families, but now I don't have to meet with anybody except for our, like, work Christmas party until after Christmas, so that's exciting. But anyway, I've talked to you guys all enough. I will see you all tomorrow. Hey guys, welcome back. It is Wednesday? Yeah, I think it's Wednesday. Yeah, Wednesday the 4th. It's almost 3 o'clock. I have about 20 minutes until I have a work thing I have to do. I have some progress to show you. So I went ahead and used Aurora for another piece of homework. So I decided to go with the big section and put in 100 stitches for my second favorite width. The reason she is my second favorite is because this is my new favorite. So this is Fairy Tale. Sorry, I was fixing my stand. Once Upon a Time. Amy Stewart Haid. And Pattern Keeper has a feature where you can put in diagonals, like diagonal lines. And I've been wanting to try that, so I went ahead and did it on this. So I put in 255 tent stitches using the diagonal method, and with the diagonal method, the way that I do it, parking actually ends up being easier. So I'm going to try parking with it. I've tried it before. I wasn't a fan, but I think it'll be different now that I'm doing it this way. I forget what my problem with doing it before was, but I think it was like starting a new one every like 10 blocks or whatever, or 10 every block of 10. I just kept ending up starting a new one, so yeah. So I have the 3 needle minders on here because they are holding my fabric in place. I'm not loving the stand, and especially since I already had it loaded when I decided to do the parking method, or the diagonal method, which so far I really am loving. But I'm going to need a bigger stand for it, so I might build another one like this, and what I would do is I would make it a lot longer so it fits the whole piece, but also shorter, because these stretcher bars are just long enough that it's hard for me to like stitch up from underneath when because I do two-handed, to get to the back. So, and I forgot to show you guys, so when we were at Thanksgiving, I had brought my conspiracy palette for my sister-in-law to play with, because I knew she'd gotten the mini, and so she'd asked to play with it, and she had went ahead and bought me the conspiracy collection bag. I had mentioned to her that I wanted it, but she knows that we can't really afford a lot of stuff right now, so she bought it for me. So I got my early Christmas present, so that was pretty awesome. I was really excited for that. Yeah, that's all I have for you. All I have left is to work on George Washington. So he's gonna get 700 stitches put in. It'll actually be more than that. I'm gonna do one full row of about 250 for the 100 stitches, and then 3 more rows of 250, 250-ish. Actually, I don't think I have to do individual pictures. I just have to do 600 more stitches for the bonus. So that's going to come out. I do need to clean up my area because you can't see it, but it's kind of a mess right now. But I've also got some candles that I'm making. I have 4 done so far. Each set of 2 takes me about a day. So now I'm going to do some red ones. And yeah, so I'll have 4 green with a Christmas tree scent, and then 4 red with a peppermint scent. So I'm curious to see how the peppermint works. I've never used like a really strong scent like that. And they actually didn't have it in candle scents, so I'm using a soap scent. But it's all oil and stuff anyway, so it's just soap has to be better quality since it's actually touching your skin. So it should work fine. I'm just curious how strong they end up smelling based on how much I bought. So, yeah, I'm going to go check on those because they can light your house on fire if you're not careful with them. And I will see you guys all tomorrow. Hey guys, welcome back. Today is Thursday the 6th? 5th? It's 4:30 in the afternoon. If you can tell, I'm kind of sick. I've had like a stuffy/runny nose for the past 3 days. But I had a sore throat the first day, but that's been it so far. So And it wasn't even like a super bad sore throat. And it's not even like a really bad stuffy nose. Like I can still breathe. So, but this is the first time I think I've actually like heard myself sound sick. But anyway, so you know what's going on with that. I put in 700 stitches. Sorry about that. On George. So he got 3 rows put in. And I'm currently, I think I'm on row 264. No, I think I'm on 267. I don't know, around there. So I'm currently at 28.3% done. So still have a ways to go to get to that 40%. Hang on a second. You got hit when I grabbed George. This fell over. But I guess that works because I am going to be working on this piece again. Now that the homework is done, I can do some more extra credit, and this is going to be... Hi, buddy, you're so cute. This is going to be the 500 stitches on something that you've never had to frog, which will be 1,000 stitches because this is tent, and I will put in another 500, hopefully, on something that you started just for magical stitches, which is why I decided to start a new piece instead of do Boo Butterfly. So that should be looking pretty good. I think that's all I have to show you guys. So I will see you all tomorrow. Hey guys, welcome back. So the tree is finally up, just not decorated yet. And yeah, I think we're pretty much decorated except for the ornaments and the star. And welcome back. It is Friday the 6th, I think. Yep. It's almost 7 o'clock. My hubby just got home. I finished that much on the fairy tale, Once Upon a Fairy Tale. And I got my color and cotton. Ooh, this one's cool. I smell like peppermint because I was making my last set of candles. I keep getting whiffs of it. So these are the colors. That we got. The one that I said looked really cool is this one right here, which is Monaco. It's this really pretty blue and gray. Which is pretty true, actually. Then there is Canary, which is a very light yellow. It's definitely more pale in person, I think. Then Aztec. Obviously my husband is playing with the cat. It's kind of like a terracotta color. Then another blue, which is Capri, and I feel like I've got this one before. This is really pretty skyish blue color. And this one's really pretty too. This is Northern Lights, and it doesn't... I'll actually show you the back of it because you can see it better. It's this really pretty mint green slash almost like a grayish green color. So Anyway, that's all I have for you guys, and I will see you tomorrow. Hey guys, welcome back. Today is Monday the 9th. It is 7 o'clock at night, 7:15. We just got back from dinner at Panera. I am going to go to the grocery store tomorrow to get Christmas cookie stuff and actual meals so that we're not eating out all week long. I got more progress on Once Upon a Fairy Tale, which I'll show you in just a minute, and I figured out all of my stuff for next week, or this week, for the homework. So, speaking of, I still need to post the picture for Fairy Tale. We were at the K-Rock concert last night. It was really awesome. We saw 21 Pilots was the headliner, of Monsters and Men, Interrupters, Raconteurs, 1975, Matt Meister, and I feel like I'm missing one. But anyway, it was good. 21 Pilots put on a really good show, and I think my favorite was either them or the Interrupters. But Monsters and Men was really good too. And Disneyland was crowded, so we actually didn't go on anything, but we're also glad we didn't eat at they like set up little booths and stuff around that you can eat at, and we're really glad we didn't do that because those lines were insane. So, I think that's all I have to catch you up on. I have to do some work tomorrow. I'm going to a gingerbread extravaganza festival thing. And I basically have like a little something I have to do every day this week. So I had my weekly meeting this morning. And yeah, just like meetings throughout the rest of the week. So, did I tell you about my tea party? Went really well. The candles, everybody was really impressed by them. We made the owner of the house, who I'm friends with, because it was all of the teachers I used to work with. She has a ton of rosemary that grows in her yard, so she just clipped off a bunch of rosemary, and we made wreaths out of them. So my house smells good. And we all made, like I said, like we had to give something homemade that we then like put in baskets for everybody. So most of the teachers made cookies. I did the candles. The girl whose house we were at made homemade amaretto, which smells really good, and I really want to make a drink with it. And and then the last teacher that didn't do cookies made, actually I have one here. I didn't bring the one that she made me this year, but like pencil pouches. And so she does, I don't know what color that's for, so that's going to go in trash. Here, words. So she makes pencil pouches. And this was from 2 years ago, I think. Before she knew me really well. She made me a Harry Potter one this year. So, not sure what I'm going to put in it yet. Put in it quite yet. That one is it has all my travel stuff in it, so like tampons, Tic Tacs, headphones, anti-nausea medication, stuff like that. And then my other one has diamond painting, like pens and stuff in it. So like that's my little travel diamond painting kit. Because last year's was the black Harry Potter, like the black Harry Potter fabric with the Deathly Hallows on it. But that one kind of gets traded out with different things. So sometimes I'll put my stitching stuff in there. So yeah, it just kind of gets traded out with whatever crafty stuff I'm feeling at the moment. Anyway, so here is Fairy Tale. As you can see, the method I started with, sorry, I was tightening up the frame, is going well, and the parking is parking. So it's actually going well. So and it all just fell off. That's fine. So we have the beginnings of the wall starting here, and then what I realized is a tree that kind of came up. So far I'm liking the detail. This has, let's see, about 1,000 stitches in it. No, this has, because I had to put in 1,000 for the task. So this has like 1,000 and, I think it's got like 1,100 in it. Oops. I might need to permanently attach this base because it keeps falling apart. And I think what I am liking the stand more now that I've had a chance to play around with it, because this is on the stand that I made myself. The only thing is I don't like the connectors that go on the outside, so I'm going to try to get some of the inside ones. Because they're super cheap. It won't take long. Or take much. And then I think that's all I worked on. I had brought my stocking to go in the car to stitch on the way to Disneyland yesterday. That was yesterday, wasn't it? Jeez. But I was getting car sick. So I basically, I was able to pick what color I wanted to start with, take a picture, post it for one of the events, and then got the thread out, snipped it, couldn't even put in the first stitch. But at least it's ready to go. This week, now that I've finished my part of Fairy Tales that I wanted or needed to for the Something You Haven't Had to Frog, which I actually did have to frog a lot now, but I hadn't before I started, so it still works. Actually, I had to frog a lot with this one. Anyway. And the problem is that one of the colors I'm using, or a couple of the colors, are the really light purple that matches the fabric. So it's just for this part where it's kind of annoying, because it's really hard to see, if you've done a stitch there or not. But, so this week I'm going to be using 2 projects, I think, for everything. The first one actually is both of them. So Ollivander explained that Lord Voldemort's wand is a twin, so you have to stitch 200 stitches on each of 2 projects that are related in some way. So that one's going to be Fairy Tales, and yay! And Aurora, because they're both based on fairy tales. The second one, the team learned 2 new curses. Gemino, which is the doubling curse, and Flagrant, I think that's how you say that, which is burn. So stitch on something with fire, or something that burns, and something that has a repeating pattern. So Fairy Tales works because it has dragons in it, which are, I need to make sure, I actually need to look at the pattern though, because I don't remember if you can actually see fire from it, but I think you can. If that doesn't work, then I'm going to use, I actually might not have anything that works. You can do penalty stitches for this one, and that's actually what I'm going to do for Aurora. I was going to stitch her for the doubling pattern, because I have Boo Butterfly, and that's the only thing I have, I think, that repeats. I think. I could do, I think, technically my winter in a cup, but it's not an exact double, so I don't know if that would work or not, because there's like 2 pine boughs on either side. But anyway, I'm going to use Aurora for penalty stitches and fairy tales either way, extra stitches if I need them for the burns. Lord Voldemort will soon be here to find his Horcrux, and we have to move quickly. Stitch on a project that must be finished ASAP. My initial thought is just basically anything with like a deadline or a goal that you're trying to do. My initial thought was George, but I don't really want to work on him. So, Aurora, it is. I was going to show you again, but you just saw her. Because I really want to finish her before the end of the year, which is coming fast, and I don't know if that's going to happen, because I can't use her for any other extra credits. But I think I'm more than halfway done with the extra credits, so I'm going to have to look at that and see. Yeah. Oh, and so that's all of them. It's 200 stitches for each one, 250 for the penalty. Sorry guys, hasn't even been a long day, it's been a long weekend. But I will have to double up all the stitches for Fairy Tale because it is half stitches. And then the bonus assignment, in honor of the exciting escape from Gringotts, by writing a dragon, stitch on a project that starts with one of the letters in the word dragon, or design with a dragon in it. So I can use either project because Aurora is a letter in dragon and Fairy Tales has dragons on it. So more than likely it's going to be Aurora, but that's another 200 stitches. So yeah, Aurora should be getting quite a bit done on her, and we'll kind of see where the week takes me. Yeah, otherwise everything's been going okay. We're kind of in that waiting period for finding out if we're pregnant or not. Hopefully we are, but I talked to my OBGYN and she's going to double up my medication this go around if it didn't work, and she said we'll do 3 rounds and then we'll go to a fertility specialist. So hopefully one of these rounds works. And I think I'm going to start temping, which is going to be kind of annoying. You have to like wake up at the same time every day, and I haven't had to do that. So we'll see. But anyway, that's all I have for you guys. I will keep you posted, and I will see you all tomorrow. Hey guys, welcome back. Got my new phone. It's Monday the 16th. It's 10:30 in the morning. And I had some trouble finishing up my homework this week. I don't know what it is, but I think it's just this time of year. My stitchy bug always kind of takes a vacation just because I'm busy with everything else. But we had a fairly relaxed weekend. I spent pretty much all day Saturday making cookies. And yesterday I was able to finish up my homework. And I don't actually remember the last time I made a video. So yeah, hi. I'm gonna make this my last clip since it is a new week. I just wanted to show you guys what I finished up over the weekend. Not really a whole lot going on here for this week. Well, let's go over last week first. I've actually been taking a little bit of a break from Flosstube. I'm watching a couple of people, but I started watching Disney cruise videos, like vlogs and stuff, because, yeah, I've kind of been jonesing to go again. Oh, we did a lot of shopping. We went to Target and spent, well, so in order to go, or if you go on Black Friday and you order a certain amount of I think it's like $50 worth of stuff, you get a coupon for 20% off a future visit. We do it every year, and we decided to use our 20% off and got, I think our total bill was about $550-ish. We used to just get like a lot of household items. And then we got toys for my nieces and nephews, which I have 7 of currently. So the poor cashier was ready to go on his break. We were his last people. And because my husband was trying to play with the app, it wouldn't double the coupons, and so it got rid of the 20%. So it was like $480 something. And then we got like a $20 gift card. So apparently you can't ring up the app first. You have to do the coupon first. Poor guy had to undo it all, ring it all up again. Coupon works, but then when we go to pay with the app, it gets rid of the coupon again. So my husband at that point was like, I'm just going to pay, and we can just give the 20% off coupon to my mom. There was only 1 day left to use it, and it would not have gotten a good value. So I apologized to the guy, and, you know, the guy was super, super nice. Rang it all up again, and I said, let's not even worry about the app. Just use the 20% off. Because it brought it down to like $380 something. Like, we would have been missing out on basically $100. So finally it goes through. We have to take all the coupons off the app because my husband forgot his actual Target card. So we had to pay with the app. And it gave us like the 20% plus an additional 5% because you always get that when you pay with Target. So yeah. So it was great because it took off about $200 off of our bill. And it was just a lot. We were there, I think, for like 3 hours total. But finally got all of my nieces and nephews' gifts off to them. That was another $60 in shipping. Yeah, next time we're going on Amazon. But it's nice because we were able to get my mom something. We had to ship hers anyway because we did not get hers from a Target store, or we wouldn't have been able to get hers online. We'll see. Yeah, so, and the nice part is it's all wrapped now. We don't have to pay the extra on Amazon for the gift wrapping, and my mom doesn't have to do it because I know that stresses her out because she's one of those people that has to plan everything super early. And like, so she was buying presents several months ago for everybody, and she had them all wrapped like 2 weeks ago. So because I'm one of those late people, as in I have stuff coming today from Amazon for my husband, that I still have to wrap. Like, our tree has like 3 presents and they're all from him. I know that would have stressed her out. So at least this way everything's wrapped. I told her she may have to do a couple of present repairs, because, you know, shipping is kind of harsh. But that's okay. I told her all she has to do is tape it up. But anyway, on to the stitching. That's what you guys are here for, right? So first off, I did put in several more stitches on Aurora. I know she's got at least another 750. I think she's got more than that, actually. And they're all still in this middle part. I'm almost there. But then I still have the sides, but those won't take very long. So I am going to use her for this week's homework, which is, there's 5 prompts. I'm going to use her for the last Horcrux is Voldemort's snake, who it's rumored she was once a woman. So I'm going to use her because she's a woman. The color of the gemstone that would be in your tiara, because of Ravenclaw's diadem, which is basically just stitching a color. So that's actually going to be in my first one because I'm going to stitch in this color. It's not quite ruby, so I'm going to have to find a stone that works. I almost want to say I want to look at the different tourmalines, because I know there's like watermelon tourmaline, but this isn't quite watermelon. It's a little bit darker. So I'm just kind of to look at gemstones, which should be easy. And you just have to tell them what gemstone. So it's basically just stitch in the color. Then I'm going to use it for penalty stitches for like Snape versus McGonagall, because I don't think she really represents either one of them. And then I'm going to use it for something that makes you smile. So, because she's so close to being done. I know, still has backstitch, still has beads. I don't know if I'm gonna get her done before the end of the year, but I'm gonna try. And then I did put in at least 400 stitches on Fairy Tale, Once Upon a Fairy Tale. This is Amy Stewart Haid. The only parts I'm missing is, I think there's a couple of stitches down here, but then this bit right here, I know it's kind of hard to see because it's the same color as the fabric. This is the beginning of a lantern, so it's just a lot of color changes in there. So I just had to, but basically I added one more diagonal to it. I was a little worried that it's going to show page lines. I'll do it for another, it's okay down here, it's just really up here, and I think it's just because it's thick. So I'll be curious, because the diagonal is going the same way as my stitches, since I'm doing half cross. That's something I'm gonna have to keep an eye out for. But as you can tell, I was playing with my makeup again today. I don't have any plans to go anywhere. I need to go to the market, but that's going to be tomorrow. Basically just because it's my first official day of vacation. We get 3 weeks off for Christmas break, and I'm going to enjoy it today. Basically, I think I'm gonna have a day full of just stitching and watching Disney Cruise vlogs. Unintentionally picked that up this morning. But it's all my Disney Cruise anchors. I think I got this on the ship. I think. Started my medication again. So we're on day 2 of the medication. Pretty much right around Hanukkah, Christmas is where we get to start trying for a baby again. Yeah, the medication hasn't hit me as bad this time. My doctor did double up the dose, but I mean, I usually didn't get the hot flashes until day 3 and 4 last time, but so far it's been okay. A couple of like tiny hot flashes yesterday, but that could just be because the heat was on, because it's been windy as heck here lately. Like really bad. So it's supposed to rain right before Christmas, which will be nice because that way we can actually do a fire in the fireplace on Christmas itself. So we don't have plans to go anywhere except to, my mother-in-law's birthday is Christmas, so we have to go to like brunch, lunch thing there, but Christmas Eve, I'm planning on going nowhere. Put on some Christmas music, light a fire, do some stitching. That's gonna be my Christmas Eve. Actually, hubby asked if we could go to, or if I would go to the market so that I could pick up some drink ingredients. So kind of glad I got my period, because that way I get a drink for Christmas. Not that that's super important, but my friend made me some homemade amaretto. Like, she made it for all of us teachers, and I really want to try it. So glad that I get to try that out. So anyway, that's my plans for this week. You should see a lot more Aurora. You have seen a lot of Aurora. And now that I'm off work, I don't have to worry about it at all. And don't have to go anywhere except for the occasional errand. We might do stuff this weekend. I think my husband wants to go and like go ice skating or do something Christmassy, so. But that'll be fun. Got my crafty shirt on today because that's what's gonna happen. And I just want to say thank you to everybody for liking and subscribing. Any comments you leave. If you have any questions, let me know. I know I don't usually tell you guys fabrics and stuff. I've been trying to, but I'm not the best at remembering things. Yeah, if you have any questions about anything, leave them below. And thank you to all my new subscribers again. Again, if you did come to me, like hearing about me from somebody else, since I did have a lot of new subscribers in this video set, let me know, because I'd really like to go thank that person. Like I said, I haven't been watching a ton of Flosstube lately. So yeah, I hope you guys all enjoy, and I will see you guys all next time. I hope this video isn't super long, but I have a feeling it is because it's been a while. See you guys.